It's time now for the Peter Chell Morning News on this Monday morning, January 4th, 2016. Good morning to you all this lovely Monday morning, January 4th, 2016. Back to work, back to school. Here are your news tonight. They're on this Monday morning, here and on. Top story at 7:31 in the morning time is in London, where oil prices then jumped on Monday after a breakdown in the diplomatic ties between Saudi Arabia and Iran that speculates could result in supply restrictions, although gains were tempered by data showed some of Asia's largest economies. The FBI has taken the lead in monitoring the standoff in Oregon, where a group of military members, along with some members of the family, and about a rancher, Cleveland Monday, are coming to build a federal land in the National Wildlife Refuge. An English-speaking child in the British side of Milton who brings to mind ISIS' previous propaganda jihadi John appeared in the latest children propaganda video from ISIS. It was easy to miss if you weren't paying close attention to holiday season. Donald Trump actually admitted he might lose Iowa. Hong Kong's leader is appealed for information after mysterious disappearance of 5 people linked to a publisher of books that critical of China. Denmark is enforcing what it described as temporary controls on its German border following its Scandinavian neighbors Sweden and Norway and 7 up measures to stem the influx of migrants from the war-ravaged Middle East. In India, a powerful earthquake struck northeast India and Bangladesh on Monday, killing at least 11 people and injured nearly 200 with efforts to reach remote areas where people may be hampered by severed power lines. Mazar-i-Sharif, Afghan Special Forces fought with insurgents barricaded a house that near the Indian Consulate in the northern city.
Contended with a dissolid air base. City, the bodies of 2 small children and their men, believed to be their father, were retrieved from a car identified and have been deliberately driven off the wharf where it's taken deep waters of South Australia police on Monday.
In Garissa, Kenya, the Garissa College in Kenya officially reopened Monday. Divers into the Al-Shabaab seized left nearly 150 people dead. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo signed an executive order on Sunday requiring all homeless people in the state to enter a shelter when temperatures are below freezing, even against their will. Eastbound, Business 40 is close to US 52 in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Police investigated student and the police officer and person involved in a traffic stop. After spending much in 2015, the Bank Runners Watch campaign, Bill Clinton would make his first sole appearance at the trail Monday, 7 of events in early morning New Hampshire. Bill's Montana. Wildlife officials have divvied up now. Many grizzly bears can be killed by the hundreds in the Yellowstone region of Wyoming, Montana, Iowa, as the states can take control of the space they shielded from the hunting over the past 40 years. Shanghai, China. China's major stock exchange is taking the first trading day of the year, triggering the circuit breaker to dismiss better equities traded nationwide for the first time, and it put months of regulatory work to restore consumer risk. Gas price likely to stay low. Samsung has warned its staff that the firm expects a difficult business environment in 2016 with growing constituent to tech giants, financial health, and slowing sales. In North Alabama, the walls of our windows have fallen out, and the 3rd floor of Buckland has debris and odors continue to drift to the neighbor's yards. As after 9 months, further town is making moves to demolish a Columbia Street triple decker that has languished since the Tulane fire truck flooded in March. In Hanover, as of New Year dawn, another season at Los Angeles came to a close over the weekend, making it one of the more successful years to try to see with pilgrims coming from far away. It's made in New Jersey to take insights and become more focused on their walk with God. Alright, look at that stock market report. Now, down 170.8 for 17,425.03. SP 500, 2,043.94. NASDAQ 5,7.41. Alright, look at that. Slight variation of the brightness of this chart. Scientists say that it can determine the surface gravity, a technique that provides important clues to the life force of the properties on a planet that orbit them. The combination of human and computer intelligence might be just what we need to solve wicked problems in the world, such as climate change and geopolitical conflicts, as researchers from the Human Computation Institute. A latest development could have benefits for aviation as U.S. laboratory has started at high temperature science straight 3D ceramic parts. A little-known meteor shower is identified the early generation skies where bright explosions of light and color that could last longer for the average celestial streaks. Birth control without prescription to become a reality in Oregon and California. Local authorities that recently did that started from 2016, both Oregon and California would introduce restrictions regarding hormonal contraceptives. The virus you likely never heard is still much of north of Brazil. It's like spread by Aedes mosquitoes. It's a flavivirus related to yellow fever, West Nile, chikungunya, and dengue. U.S. consumers can be forgiven for wondering about the state of the nation food safety system as screenshot Bluebell Creamization in the nation where recall last year after its product were linked to a listeria outbreak that are hospitalized. Access to sugar consumption has been linked to breast cancer. Recent study featured on Jury First in the Journal of Cancer Research. Peter Channel News Times now 7:37. It's time out for sports reporting. Yesterday, the New England Patriots fall to the Miami Dolphins, 20-10 to wrap up the regular season 10-12 as they await who will meet them in the AFC Divisional Round playoff game. Will it be either Cincinnati, Kansas City, or Houston? Tonight, the Boston Celtics and the Brooklyn Nets will square up at 7:30 p.m. down at Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. Miami Gardens, Florida. When did Tom Brady finish the question about the New England Patriots test regular season finale? He stepped to the J of the interview, reporting looking a little wobbly as he ends for the playoffs. Perth, Australia. Serena Williams withdrew from her over the match at the Hopkins Cup because of an inflammation of the left knee and early setback in preparation for the Australian Open to fight without over the fence. Ryan Fitzpatrick and the Brand Marshall cut to figures of the Jets Island during the Week 17 road loss to the Bills that snapped their playoff bid. Mitch Cup touched the Los Angeles Lakers needed to page West Brad steps away with the game. He can't move out of his team until Kobe leaves. Kupchak said. Peter Channel News Times now 7:38 on this Monday morning. Back to work, back to school. Time out for a travel report here. 95 on the northbound side it is so from Route 37 in work all the way at the downtown Providence. 95 on the southbound side so from technology at the downtown Providence. 146 to the southbound side, so from Route 50 to Route 95. 6 connectors, so from Route 6 all the way to Route 95 at downtown Providence. 195 to the westbound side, so from Seacock all the way to downtown Providence here. 24 on the northbound side, we got an accident before Route 485 in Raynham, so expect some delays all the way after Route 44 in Raynham here. 95 on the northbound side to the also from exit 8 insured all the way after Route 1 here. 120 on the northbound side it is, so from 120 all the way to Route 24 Randolph. Stuyvesant Expressway on the northbound side it is. So from the Braintree Sport all the way to the Mass Pack here. Route 3 on the northbound side, a little slower at Union Street in Braintree here. Southwest cutoff, we get an accident before the Mass Pack in Grafton, so expect some delays here. I-91 on the northbound side is so from Route 57 to Dock here to 291 in Springfield here. Mass Pack in the eastbound side, it is so from Fairhaven all the way out to the Austin Barton Tolls. Mass Pack into the westbound side, so from Logan all the way at the Austin Barton Tolls here. 93 the southbound side is so from Brandon all the way up to the Zinkin Bridge. Route 1 on the southbound side, it is so from Route 16 all the way out to Route 93 in downtown Boston here. Route 2 on the eastbound side, it is so from Belmont all the way out to the Fresh Pond Parkway. Route 2 to the westbound side, a little so far the Lexington stretch before Route 128 here. Route 128 on the northbound side, it is so from Route 1 to Norwood all the way out to Route 20 in Waltham. Route 120 on the southbound side, so from Redden all the way out to Route 2 in Lexington here. Route 120 on the northbound side, a little so from Route 95 all the way out to Route 114 in Peabody. Route 3 on the southbound side, it is so from 495 all the way to Millwick and Hiddenbrooks again before Route 120 in Redden here. 495, we got an accident here on 495 on the southbound side. Around 225, westward, so expect delays on 495 southbound for the westward stretch. 495 on the southbound side, it is up and go from Route 28 and down over all the way out to Route 3 in Lowell. 95 is looking good from 128 all the way out to the New Hampshire border here. Up in New Hampshire, spotted turnpike is slow from around Route 4 Durham, Everett turnpike is slow from the Metro turnpike all the way out to Nashua here. And otherwise, all the highways and grids said it looking good at Main turnpike, looking good from York and Augusta via Portland 295, looking good from Portland and Carter here. And I-89 on the northbound side of Louisville, the Wilson stretch, that I-89 on the northbound side is backed up from Route 7 in Burlington all the way up to St. Albans here. I-89 on the southbound side, it is over the Colchester Burlington stretch here. Okay, look at that MBTA alerts here. Orange Line Express is severe delays in both directions to a stable train at Wellington. Fitchburg Line train 48758 from Fitchburg to Park from Fitchburg today 4 minutes behind schedule due to a mechanical problem here. And the ferries, they are looking good. Peter Chell news time is now 7:41 here on this Monday morning. Back to work, back to school here. And it is time now for a weather report here. And look at the radar here, and it is outside. It's snowing lightly here as we take a look at the radar situation here. It is snowing lightly from Southbridge all the way up to Boston and down through 95 from Boston down to Providence and coming a bunch of Rhode Island except for the southeastern coast of Newport County in Rhode Island and stretch to the eastern Connecticut and down for central portion Connecticut around Hartford and down for Madison. Never back to snow showers by Yarmouth and stretch around East Ham and Cape of the Islands there. And in the Little Atlanta, snow showers off the Situate, Massachusetts here. Spotty snow showers from Pittsfield all the way up to north of Albany. And Atlanta snow showers off Wells Bay here. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this. Today, part-time skies with a chances of light snow, about 10 to 20% chance with a high near 27 degrees. North about 8 miles an hour, wind gust is 21 miles an hour here. For the night, forecast got about 9 degrees. Wind chill miles as low as 0. North about 9 miles an hour, gust is 24 miles an hour here. For Tuesday, sun skies about 24 degrees. Wind chill values low as 1 below. North about 3 to 7 miles an hour. For Tuesday, clear skies about 60 degrees. And calm becoming southwest about 5 miles an hour after midnight. Wednesday, sun skies about 41 degrees. Southwest about 6 miles an hour. For Wednesday, most clear skies about 22 degrees. Thursday, most sun skies about 42 degrees. Thursday, clear skies about 26 degrees. Friday, most sun skies about 42 degrees. Friday night, chance rate at north to 11 p.m. Most skies low about 31 degrees. Chance rate is 6%. Saturday, rain is still likely cloud skies with a high about 42 to about 35 degrees. Chance rate is 6%. On Saturday, wind to down to 40% by Saturday night. And for Sunday, chance rate, most cloud skies high about 45 degrees. So chance rate is 40%. Currently in London, it's 27 degrees with overcast with some snow showers and a humidity 85%. And that is going to be it for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Monday morning, January 4th, 2016. Peter, we have a good morning with a good positive attitude here.